Today we're kind of just making a transition between an earlier part of the class in which the students were working with clay, doing ceramics, and today was the first day that we were switching over to working with wood. A lot of the class and kind of what we're hoping will tie together the ceramics part and the woodworking part was the idea of the kind of beauty of functional objects. And in the ceramics part, we were kind of focused on things like tea bowls and objects that one uses in the tea ceremony. Now working with things like these super sharp chisels and these really incredibly well designed and manufactured hand saws, they're sort of experiencing the aesthetics of a really great hand tool.
I guess it's pretty different from like the ceramic experience, just because the ceramic experience was more like, oh, you get to move like by what you feel and like what you've seen and like feel inspired, whereas with this it was kind of like you follow certain rules with each tools and you like show respect to these tools by like maintaining their original form.
What we were doing today was introducing the students to the array of tools that are available to a professional Japanese woodworker. To fully understand the beauty of an object that originally was made to be part of everyday life, you need to learn how to not just use it, but how to make it.
When you look at a curve of this saw,
we were just learning some really basic things about chisels, wood chisels and saws. It's actually quite difficult because it requires just like a lot of focus.
The tools are really, they're basic in a way, they're not power tools, but they're also kind of sophisticated. And the hard part of it is almost sort of letting the tools do their thing and not trying to manipulate them too much, not trying too much to tell them what to do.
Zen is all about paying attention, and I think this class is very much about paying attention and being intentional with your movements and like what you're trying to create.
If we can engage with things as a mode of listening, making as a mode of listening, as opposed to making as a modality of changing, I think these are like really fine distinctions that can have profound effects.
Anytime you're doing something really new, you have to kind of figure it out as you go. That little microcosm of that we try to give them by working with things in the studio, to say, okay, here's the stuff, figure it out. And we're not being disingenuous, right? It's not like, oh, okay, there's this secret that we could tell you that would suddenly make it easy. There is no secret like that, right? They just have to put the time in and kind of figure it out for themselves. And so I think that little mini lesson, I think, is hopefully one that they'll be able to take forward into whatever it is that they end up doing in the next class next year or after they are done at Stanford.